Hey, what's up, everybody? Quick video today on. Hold on, let me just turn my TV down. Right. So, quick video on why we are so attracted to negative things, or better way to say it is why can we be so attracted to negative things? Because it's not always the case, but well, the short answer is negativity is interesting. Negative things are interesting. This video topic came about because I was watching way too much Donald Trump videos and rallies. And it's interesting. You can say whatever you want about him. I'm not a supporter of his, but it's interesting. And we are interested in the things sometimes that can hurt us or be bad for us. We find them more interesting than the things that are good for us, like maybe eating vegetables, eating organic, healthy foods, can be boring. It's more interesting if we eat stuff that's not so good for us. We're interested in how much pain we can take. We're interested in the things that cause us to suffer. There's so many people who are interested or attracted to people who aren't good for them. It's not only just things, negative things that we're attracted to, whether it's porn or different types, more negative types of porn or drugs that aren't good for us or whatever. We're interested, in those things because they're more interesting to us. Probably because they've been branded as bad or negative. So our society or our parents, our families, in our schools, those things are kept hidden. They're kept hidden away, kept pushed away, kept brushed aside. And, human beings, we are here to learn. Not just humans, all creatures, all living things. We're here to learn, to improve, to evolve, to become stronger, to become more complete, to become more able, to become more complex. I don't know, I'd argue with that, but to become able to do more complex things, that's for sure. And to be able to survive better. And in order for our survival to be better, we have to be able to survive many different things. If you look at a virus, for example, it's very simple. It's not complex. It's very simple. But it's able to withstand a lot of complex attacks on it. It's able to adapt in a very complex way. Scientists still don't understand, can't figure out so many things about viruses, Yet they're such simple organisms. So, everything that's living creature is curious, wants to improve itself. And in order for us to improve ourselves, we can't constantly just be in a comfortable giving ourselves the best things, eating 100% organic all the time, being around good people that energize us all the time. Look, this is going to go contrary to a lot of my videos, but this is not for people who are hurt and depressed or in a breakup. This video is just my general thoughts on why we can be drawn to negativity, why we can be attracted to negativity. Because it's interesting to us, because we want to conquer it. We want to push the boundary. We want to see how much we can take and see if we can withstand and evolve and adapt and be able to handle these things. So negative things, negativity, even negative thinking is more interesting, can be more interesting than positive thinking. Like it can be harder to think positive thoughts, much easier and interesting to think negative thoughts. So that's a reason for why we are drawn towards negativity. It's more interesting. We feel like we're going to learn, and through pain and suffering, we become stronger. Through doing push-ups, you become stronger. Through the stress and pain of tearing your muscles and allowing them to heal and grow, we become stronger. And it's the same with when we're attracted to negative people or negative things or negative thoughts. We're actually hurting ourselves. But at a biological, instinctual level, we're drawn to those things because they are going to test us. They're going to give us a challenge. Okay, so there is nothing wrong with being attracted to those things. But it's important that when we approach those things, we approach them with balance, not extremism, not doing too much of those negative things, not thinking too much negative thoughts. Balance it with inserting positive thinking, not eating too much bad food or, negative food, but introducing healthy, keeping it balanced. Why? Because it's okay to do the negative things, but bite off as much as we can chew. Bite, chew it, taste it, feel it, experience the negative, whatever it is that has taken our interest. Swallow it, digest it first, and process it, and then give yourself some time, a breather, and then if you're still interested, you can, try more. But to be eating and eating and eating and then be like, this is this is so interesting. I want more. That's when we can wind up having problems, because first of all, we're going to be filling our system up with so much negativity, and then we can make it a habit, and we will want to stay there, and it will become too difficult to come back to positivity. Always able to come back to positivity. Going towards positivity and negativity are both equally as, it just takes doing, it takes habit. But that's why I think we are so drawn towards negativity, and we're just curious by it, interested in it. Donald Trump, he's interesting. Dare I say it, not politically correct to say these things, but so many things that are negative and destructive, and we find interesting. We're attracted to them. So why? I'm interested in why. Why is there that energy, that being drawn to it? And that's what I believe. I believe that at an instinctual, biological level, we know that we're going to be tested. We're going to be challenged by, taking steps into these. But again, when we do it, it's fine. Let's do it. Let's grow. Let's make our species stronger. Let's, through stress, through hardship, through difficulty, we become stronger. We evolve. We become better. Survival of the fittest, right? And even in one lifetime, even in your lifetime, you can tremendously evolve and overcome things. It doesn't have to be that your children are going to improve and your children's children. No, within your life, you can do so much. You can evolve and you can adapt, and you can do so much. Your body, our mind is always ready to be molded, and it's just up to what we put our attention on. And the more and more we put our attention on whatever it is, the more we enable ourselves to get conditioned to those things. So just to wrap it up, okay, why are we, or why can negative things be so attractive and interesting to us? Well, because first of all, they're shunned by society, they're brushed under the carpet, they're kept away, they're socially unacceptable, so we're interested in them. Yeah? When you take something away from someone, they become more interested. If if you can't have something, you want it more. We're interested. Why? Because I believe we're all here as kind of like, we're almost like astronauts. We're like scientists. We're here to absorb and collect all this data and collect all these experiences and then process them, and our body and our mind adapts and evolves and becomes able to handle all those situations. Yeah, so something that we might perceive as negative now, maybe in 20 or 50 years or 100 years will evolve and it will no longer be negative. Let's say, for example, um, let me think of something that could be perceived as negative or wrong or bad. Let's say bad food, yeah? Like, let's just say garbage as a crazy example. Eating garbage. Like, well, terrible thrown away food with bacteria, fungus. Think of the worst nasty garbage. Now, if we eat that now, we'll get sick and we'll die. All right, or we'll get sick. But if we're eating it a little bit, have a little bit of garbage just a bite, and then go back, and then have a break, have a little bit more, there's a possibility that if there's no other food that exists, let's say there's some sort of a, I don't know, nuclear war or something, and all that remains is just garbage. The humans can evolve, and we can evolve to feed off garbage, or whatever it is. Yeah, that's a crazy example out there. But the point of my example is that what we perceive as negative today can be perceived as positive tomorrow. And it's all to do with how you process it, how you interpret it, how you handle it. All right, so just to wrap it up, yes, negative things can be attractive and interesting, and sometimes we can feel more comfortable in negativity. It's almost like, especially when it comes to negative thinking, depression, all this kind of stuff. There's a lot of people that they feel comfortable because it's become their comfort zone. They've been doing it so much that it's become a habit. So it's just change that we find difficult. But once you've changed over to the positive thinking or the positive way of life, that becomes a habit, and then going towards negative can be, hard work or changing. Okay, so that's just my part 2 of my video on negative, why negativity can be so interesting or attractive, or why we're drawn to negativity. All right, it's all learning. We're here to learn. We're here to grow, and we're here to just take in as much as we can and process it and be strong and be healthy. But remember, don't eat too much. Chew your food, swallow it, digest it, process it, have a breather, and then you can have a little bit more. But balance is key, and we can all do this in our training. Yeah, because we all want to become powerful. We all want to be knowledgeable. We all want to be full of energy, vitality. Okay, and in order to do that, balance is key. Coming at everything with balanced perspective. Okay, so yeah, this has been an interesting topic. This is my second video. I've never done 2 videos back to back on a topic, but it's been an interesting one to talk about. So yeah, I'm just going to put it out there, and let's focus on positivity. But that's a reason for why negativity can be appealing and attractive, because I am looking at it in a positive way, and it's a realistic way. I think that we are attracted to it because we deep inside instinctually, genetically feel that this is how we're going to grow, by facing difficult things. But you just don't want to jump in, because a lot of these negative things are highly addictive and they can just take us, and then it will be hard to come back. So we can tiptoe. I'll watch Donald Trump's rallies, I'll watch his speeches, because it's interesting. I'm not going to lie, I find him interesting. Just how he can manipulate people, use their fears, use their negativity and enhance it. But, the reason I started making these 2 videos on negativity is because I was watching Donald Trump, and then I realized, I gotta take a break, because the more and more I'm gonna watch these things, I'm gonna become more comfortable, I'm gonna enjoy it more, and I don't want that to happen. I want to stay balanced, okay? So you've got to know yourself, know your limits, bite, eat, enjoy, but don't overeat, and keep your diet balanced. It's the same for the mind. As we have a balanced diet for the body, have a balanced diet for your mind, not constant negative thinking. Introduce positive thinking.